Greetings, friends. It's Terry with Terry's Mailbox, and I'm so excited to be here on behalf of Altenew for their February Stamp and Die release. So this is one of the cards that I made. Again, dotted diamond background really caught my eye. And then I also used the Watercolor Roses Stamp and Die set to create this beauty. I love the background. You can kind of see there how I alternated the colored and the gold embossing on the background. So again, here's the original stamp here. This is the dotted diamond stamp that I'll be using to create the texture. And then here is the watercolor roses. I really like the clean, thick, proportions on this particular stamp and die set. So the first thing I did was kind of line up my paper in my MISTI, and I colored it with different colors of the Altenew inks. So again, so I had a yellow and an orange and a coral and then a pink set of roses. So again, you can see here I am stamping it with this one I've used the puffy heart to do the first layer, and then I went back and grabbed the purple wine and kind of just rock and rolled around the outside to give it more texture. So then the next thing I did was I cut them all apart, and I ended up using the dotted diamonds background both in a matching color, and then I rotated the pieces and did it in gold so that I had a lot of texture on these.
Jane, thank you for that. That was Jane O'Brien during his life in Capitol Hill. Let's also talk to Mark Blumenthal, pollster and political consultant and principal at Mystery Pollster, a website that describes itself as...
I just really like the way these turned out here.
Mark joins us from Washington, D.C. Good to have you on the program. Our correspondent Jane O'Brien mentioned that job approval rating.
This is such a cool release. I'll also call attention to my black mat that I'm using. This is their new cutting mat, black cutting mat from Altenew, which helps me with my videos. So again, here's that dotted diamonds. I ended up putting on a piece of yellow fiber type paper, and I'm wiping off some of the embossing powder because I don't want it to be totally covered. And so there I've stamped the word believe down at the bottom, and I'm just heat embossing the whole thing. And you can see how I've got texture on there because again I wiped off some of the gold embossing powder. So now I'm just gonna start playing with the card, and I love putting stamped and die cut images on the front of my card. I think it just gives a lot of dimension and depth. So I got my background piece here, so then I'm going to kind of start playing with the flowers. So I've got obviously a bunch of different flowers, different color of the roses.
President Trump's numbers are unchanged at worst.
I do this a lot. I cut out a lot of die pieces, and then I end up playing with them in the end. Sometimes I have leftovers, sometimes I don't.
They're more angry and more fired up than they were previously.
But are his approval ratings more...
Still kind of thinking about where the leaves should go.
Has a pretty good chance of getting re-elected in a few months' time.
I was so happy to receive this release. I just, again, these roses have become one of my favorites. And of course, the dotted diamonds, if you look at my blog hop, I use that on quite a few cards because I was so enamored with it. So I'm just kind of putting the card together. I love the textured background on the flowers that I achieved by stamping that dotted diamonds, both in the matching color and also in the gold color. Kind of rotating the flowers so that I had the diamonds going in different directions. So here you can see I've just foam popped up the center here. So there's my final card. So be sure to go to Altenew and check out the new release. I think it's really exciting. So again, thanks for inviting me. This is Terry with Terry's Mailbox. I'm on Instagram, Blogger, Facebook, and YouTube.